But there have been a lot of headlines that have come out recently, and headlines get the attention of CFOs and things like that come to us and say, okay, so, how do I know that we're not putting, assets in the portfolio that under stress scenarios will lose me a lot of capital? And to Mike's point, I want to get back par, and I want to make sure I'm not taking a lot of risk. Now, a lot of life companies have been in these assets for a very, very long time, so they're comfortable with them. But there are some newcomers, so they want to talk through like the safety of the asset, the stress case scenarios, to the point that was made before about diversification is your friend. So we're having a lot of conversations around that. So how can I pick up extra spread, but also make sure that I'm not taking a ton of risk? Now, kind of dovetail that with the liability side and some of the questions that we're having there. People are coming to us and saying, like, how are our competitors doing what they're doing, right? So there's a lot that goes into that. Are they taking too much risk? Are they making liquidity assumptions that we're not making? Are they pricing to a lower ROE so that they can, maybe move some of the asset management fees into their asset manager and get a higher multiple? What's going on there? How come we're struggling to compete on these annuities and things like that? So we do a lot of work on that type of stuff, and we're getting a lot of questions on that. I think the third area where we're getting questions is more on the consumer. You had Tricolor come out, you had First Brands. Unique scenarios, but I think people think, well, is that the canary in the coal mine? Is that something I should be really concerned about? And I was the one that said before, I think generally speaking, the consumer, the broad consumer, is in really good shape and, and building wealth and things like that. But when you get into the subprime area, you're starting to see cracks, you're starting to see delinquencies, you're starting to see higher levels of debt. So I think we've got some clients that are coming to us and saying, I don't want to be in that at all. Not right now. So those are kind of some of the themes that we've been hearing.